Hello, beautiful soul. This week we were talking about our experiences, creating invitations for us to ask questions and to go deeper. And I want to share one of the biggest discoveries of my healing journey, that my reactions are often much wiser than they first appear. They aren't interruptions to my healing, they're invitations. Sometimes there's a younger part of me quietly saying, will someone come sit with me this time? And today, I know how to do that. And so this week's content actually came from something that I experienced this weekend while hanging out with my daughter. And we had decided that we were going to have some quality time, just her and I. So we left the house and we went someplace to sit down where we could just color and communicate and have amazing connection and dialogue. It was such a good time. I was having a blast. But then I noticed that my Ring camera kept on going off. And I noticed that there were many people showing up at my house to enjoy our pool and enjoy the company of my husband and to have a blast. And I could feel my energy shift. And I was starting to feel a little agitated or a little bit upset. And I couldn't understand why, because I was having such a good time. And so I communicated this with my daughter, like, I can't believe, like, I'm starting to feel these feelings and I'm not too sure what they are. And because I'm having such a wonderful time here with you. So I asked myself, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? And I could hear in my head one word, and that word was punishment. I was like, what? What does that mean? It was so out of the blue and so not what I thought that I was feeling. And so I asked myself, okay, what does that mean that I am I that I'm feeling like I'm being punished? And I had a memory pop up. See, when I was a young child, um, the course of punishment for me was often isolation in my room. I was often grounded to my room. And sometimes it was 2 days, sometimes it was 2 weeks, sometimes it was 2 months. I remember spending 3 months in my room at one time, total isolation, only allowed to come out to eat food and to do chores or to go to school. And that's just the way things were done. So, but what I noticed is that isolation, I remember looking out the window and seeing life pass me by. I could see the cars on the highway that we lived on passing by, just constant movement. I could see and hear people walking by, laughing, enjoying life, participating in life. I could see my best friend at the time who lived across the street from me come and go. And it was just, I was not a part of life. I was not allowed to participate because I was being punished for whatever reason. And now I was able, so in that moment, I was able to have a conversation with myself that, thank you for one, for bringing that up. And let's see, how can I go deeper with that healing? And so that when there are situations where I'm not involved in, and that little girl inside me comes up and says, I'd rather be swimming than sitting here coloring. I want to be outside playing. than in here having a conversation. And that makes sense. Kids play. I was such an active kid and I was always in the pool. So I could see why my younger self wanted to participate in something that my adult self was enjoying and having fun with and wanted no part of it. So it's interesting when our emotions come up that when we decide and have the capacity to be present and to see that that energy isn't aligning to what is happening in the moment, we can go ahead and ask questions that invite greater clarity and then lead to bigger introspection and healing. And I just found this to be a wonderful, wonderful experience. It's provided me some more healing, some more in-depth healing, and being able to really take the time to speak to that younger part of me that felt like she was not connected to life because she was isolated. So that's what this week has come about, was the invitation to check in with our triggers and just with emotions that aren't lining up, and asking the deeper question, what is here to learn? Because every experience carries two stories. The one we think we're reacting to, and the one that is quietly waiting to be understood. So I hope that that brings some enlightenment and wisdom to you and to your life, and maybe helping you to ask deeper questions and to see that you are marvelously wonderful as you get to transverse this these experiences, this universe. And gosh, just so much love to you all who may be experiencing something similar or who have gone through something similar. And if you haven't, wonderful. But save this information in the back of your mind in case something should come up in the future. You're not crazy. You're not wrong. You're not broken. You're just figuring things out from a new level. And you can have, and that's the wildest thing too, is that you are the adult and you could be feeling childlike emotions from when you were a child, and they just are coming up to be recognized, to be seen, to be heard, to be dealt with, and probably even healed and explained to that part of you. So many blessings. Bye.